My name is Barry Irwin. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Team Valor International. We're a racing stable, and we form partnerships with about 15 or 20 people and racehorses throughout the United States and the world. The reason I first got involved in horse racing is because I was a track and field fan. I like human racing and I like horse racing. Anything that takes place around a circle or down a straightaway that's a race appeals to me. And I'm involved in both of those sports, in human racing as a fan and in horse racing as a participant, because I want to find out which horse is best. I don't want to find out which trainer had the best veterinarian or which trainer was capable of finding human medicine to use on his horse before others. I think that the prevalence of race day medication has definitely negatively impacted the public perception of horse racing. I go around the country a lot. I run into people, many of whom have never even been to a racetrack, but they know that we race our horses on drugs, and that upsets them. I've raced internationally for the last 35 years. I've raced in South Africa, I've raced in the Middle East, I've raced in the Orient, and I've raced throughout Europe. Since 1972 or 3, when permissive medication first came into being in Southern California, the impression of people in Europe and other places is that the American product is not what it used to be. They don't know exactly what it has done to the gene pool, but they know that they sent horses over here that have bled in their own locales, and they come to the United States, run on Lasix, and they win big races. And that tells them that our racing is substandard because they think that we are basically doping our horses to achieve high results. I think because Americans use drugs on their horses, it turns off a lot of prospective owners. My business, basically the model I have, is to encourage newcomers to participate in racing by joining a racing partnership. And I would say that there's a definite prejudice against a desire to own racehorses now as opposed to the old days when there was not medication. People don't like to see animals that have no say-so being treated with drugs that they didn't ask for. The reason I'm against Lasix on race day is that it has been abused. Something like 95 to 99% of horses race on Lasix, when it's a proven fact that less than 5% of horses bleed significantly enough for it to negatively impact their performance. So if we need to have every horse we have run on Lasix, I humbly submit to you that racing is not a viable sport.